Hi, here we are again in the same exactly position. So we have made the first rose knot. You can see it here in the other one. Take a good look. So this rose is this rose. We have made it just now. This one is more expressive than this one. Amazing, right? Because this I have made more force, and here I did not make it so much force. Actually, this is important. Aha, take a good look. I open it, and here it is. Exactly the same. So perhaps this one will force these ones, the second one will force this one to come a little up, and then it have a tendency to close the top. Oh, interesting. I've never noticed it. So perhaps good idea not to make it with much strength. So let's begin. So and here is exactly the same thing. This video have a little more time. It's a good idea to put all these. You see these ones are too much close together. We pull it, we open it more, so the spaces will be more interesting. So in here is exactly the same movement as in the other, in this one. So this one will pass over this and under this. Very easy. Now this one, just hold it always so it can be with a certain order, you understand? So this one is going, this one is worked, you just put it out. So this one over that one and under that one. Now you change it and you hold it. So this one over that one and under this one. Now you change and hold it. Change is the thumb, so you can hold it. All right. So over, under. Now the changing is this. I do not make pressure in this anymore. I pass it under, and then I'm going to close this one to hold this one. So now I have this free in position for being worked. And here the same. So I do not grab that and grab this instead. If we do always like this, there is no problem whatsoever, because we have this finger holds these ones that are worked to this side, so no confusing. And this one is always keeping this down, and this is free for being worked. So the working hand is free. Working hand, rope hand, not hand. Sorry, I don't understand exactly how these subtle things of the English language. So sometimes I have difficulties in spelling. You know, there are small things in spelling that are strange. So this one over this one and under this one. Now this one is already worked, so it's a loop. But we don't worry about that. It is exactly the same thing. Now I keep it here also. So this one over that loop and under this loop. Very easy. Now that we have it all together, we are making it in the same. You see this one is too high in there. So I pull it. You saw how much slack we have here. So we have to do with all. So to keep it all in the same length. These lengths are important. If we lose time here, actually it is not losing time, because this is the perfection of the work. Now it is a good idea to open it a little. So first we pull, but then we open. Don't think it's a paradox. But for making it perfect, it's like this that works. First, we have to pull it all, and now we have to open it all. But if we open it immediately without pulling, it will not work like that. I don't know explaining more. I cannot explaining more, but it is like this. First we pull, and then we pull back and it stays perfect. So now the same movement as the other way, over 1, over 1. So what is over 1? This one comes over this one, because this one is the string that is next. So I pass it over the next, and then this over the next. You see, all the thumb, the work of the thumb in getting these in position, and the one that is going to work, the working hand free, it's extremely important. If we don't do that, it will be difficult, and it will be extremely confusing. This is already confusing, I know. This can change the eyes. It's a strange expression, right? So here, this one is the last one. It is already inside here. So this one is already inside here. So it's a loop. So we have to insert it. All right. Now we do the same. We pull it all. There is no need to pull much in here. Just to keep it more or less. Now it's a good idea to change position. And this is too much heavy, it's making force. Alright. So in here, it's just as in the other way. This one is going to follow, so this string is going to follow this string. So this is going to follow this one, and because of that it will stay parallel to it, and it's going to stay it all till the end. So that's why this is called doubling. So I'm doubling the knot, and here you have already, you see here, 2 together. That's why it is doubling, and we're going to do it with all. So this art is called rose knotting. Although it can be also be known as diamond knotting, because this actually is called a diamond. This movement over 1 under 1 is called a diamond. I think. I don't pay attention to names, because names in one country is something, in another country is another thing. What does not change is the key. In the key, what is the key? The key for the movement. Over 1 is over 1 in all places in the world. Over 1 under 1 is the same in all places. Or the opposite, under 1 over 1, or under 1 over 2, or over 2 under 1. There are many cases to describe the movements, and those movements and those names are really important. The other names, just confusing. Actually, they can be very much confusing, because if you study one book, they will tell you one name, and if you pass to another book, they will tell you that name but for another work. And that is tremendously confusing. And so we think that we are doing one work, and actually we are doing another thing. So here we still go, you know, this one goes always in the side of this one. Now here we are. This way of finishing this round cylinder of macrame fabric is perfect, but there are many more. There are many more ways to finish this. Extremely, if this is interesting for YouTubers, I mean, if YouTubers like to see this and they want to see this, I can make many more, and I can explain more ways of finishing this. We can finish this with stark knot. We can finish this with a pineapple knot. We can finish with diamonds. We can finish with strange diamonds. You know those strange diamonds that are made in horse hide, and they have a strange way of making this that I'm doing now. We can finish it in senet knots. We can finish these in any way we want. So if this is interesting, if YouTubers have interests in a few days or in a few months or something like that, I will put more ways, interesting ways. Because variety is exactly what is important for macrame artists. To be able to choose, right? If we know only one technique, we cannot choose, we only do that. But if we have 10 techniques, you see here, I don't know if the camera can catch this, but you see this loop. I have hurt this. That's right, I have hurt this with the point, with this tape point. And it is here a loop. Take a good look at it. See it? And if I pass this under this loop, then this will hurt more the other rope. So I have now to be extremely careful not to catch it. Let's find out. Sometimes that is not easy, because it has a tendency to go always there. But no, this time I didn't catch it. These details are extremely important, and these things happen.